The controversies surrounding Disney's Snow White remake show that we are still in the thick of the culture wars. Oh, have we been following the Snow White?
In a cinematic meltdown that even the Brothers Grimm couldn't have dreamed up, Disney's latest attempt at remaking Snow White has officially nosedived off a billion-dollar cliff. And leading the charge off that edge, Rachel Zegler, TikTok activist turned actress, whose off-screen rants made more headlines than the film itself. Now cue Bill Maher. The political commentator and comedian just unleashed a verbal wrecking ball on this Disney disaster, and his take: brutal, scathing, and oddly therapeutic for every fan mourning the death of a classic.
And then they couldn't put dwarfs because this is just so typical of the left. The progressives always finding a way to find their way back to doing something not progressive.
But here's the kicker. This isn't just a flop. This is a full-blown Hollywood whodunit, complete with drama, suspense, and a mysterious figure behind the scenes pulling strings. Strap in. This tale gets dark. Bill Maher isn't exactly known for pulling punches. And when the Snow White disaster caught his attention, he didn't hold back. With a smirk and a raised brow, he called Rachel Zegler's casting a PR stunt masquerading as progress, and roasted her social media activism as performance art by someone who just discovered Twitter threads.
Good for you.
Well, the two stars are Gal Gadot,
Happy for you.
who she was in the Israeli Defense Forces. She's Israeli.
In Maher's own words, it's not casting, it's cultural cosplay. They wanted to tick boxes, not tell stories. He didn't stop there. On a recent real-time segment, Maher skewered Disney's obsession with woke symbolism over substance. You've got Snow White, a character whose name literally references her skin tone, being played by an actress who says she's glad it's not about beauty anymore. But that was the point of the story.
Then Rachel Zegler plays Snow White. I think Gal plays the... I was not a child, so I don't follow them.
His rant, while controversial, hit a nerve with fans and critics alike. Twitter lit up with comments praising Maher for saying what everyone was thinking but afraid to admit. Snow White, 2025, wasn't just a financial failure, it was a cultural implosion. Budgeted at nearly $330 million, including reshoots and marketing, the film barely clawed back $70 million globally. A disaster by every metric. But this wasn't just about numbers. This was about betrayal. Fans who grew up with Disney's 1937 masterpiece were promised a reimagining. Instead, they got what many critics dubbed a politically charged lecture in a ball gown.
But something is this the one with the poison apple and the whatever it is?
Yeah, it's the witch with the
Okay, so
apple
they're
right
in.
now.
Rachel Zegler made headlines early with statements like, "The prince was a stalker." This isn't a love story. We're focusing on modern values. Fans didn't respond well. On TikTok, a stitched video of her interview, where she laughs off the original movie's themes, has over 8 million views, with the top comment reading, "She hates the original more than the villains did." And let's not forget her now infamous Elle magazine interview, where she said, "I was scared of the original cartoon. I saw the logo and cried."
Are you crying?
Oh my gosh, I saw the well, we didn't even see, but I saw the logo and I went, that's my name, Snow White's up there, and I cried.
That's right. She was cast in one of Disney's most iconic roles, and publicly admitted she hated the source material. Rachel Zegler's campaign to rebrand Snow White wasn't limited to interviews. It played out like a slow-motion PR car crash across her social feeds. A now-deleted tweet read, "This is my Snow White, not yours. Get over it." Another viral moment came from a red carpet interview where she claimed, "It's not 1937 anymore. Snow White is a leader now, not someone waiting to be rescued."
Or if I have a credenza in my living room, if I'm doing something in the mirror, he sits beneath me and just looks up.
And while some progressive circles praised her for disrupting the narrative, the backlash was swift. YouTube film critics roasted the movie with titles like, Disney just killed a classic. Woke White, a tragedy in 7 acts. How not to remake a fairy tale. Even mainstream media joined in. The Hollywood Reporter wrote, Disney's Snow White fails to resonate with audiences who feel more lectured than entertained. But wait, it gets murkier. Behind the public chaos, insiders whisper of a silent war within Disney. According to a leaked memo obtained by The Wrap, several producers objected to Zegler's casting and narrative shift, but were overruled by brand diversity consultants and corporate strategy teams.
So how does it feel to join this elite group of Disney princesses? Can you believe it?
No, not at all. It's unbelievable. I mean, I look at that girl and I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Rumors suggest that an anonymous executive labeled the movie a political landmine months before release and tried to cancel the entire project. That exec, silenced, quietly reassigned. And then there's the merchandising mystery. Stores were pre-stocked with Snow White dolls that no one bought. Target, Walmart, and even the Disney Store were forced to discount them within weeks. Online forums speculated about a soft sabotage from within. One Reddit post titled, Disney Knew It Would Bomb, gained over 22,000 upvotes, citing insider claims that reshoots were ordered late in production to tone down the lectures.
I did one more screen test, and then it was just so exciting from the word go. And Mark is so excited about the material because he has a young daughter and he really wanted to make a movie for her.
Is it just Hollywood chaos or something more sinister? The suspense lingers. In the wake of this PR nightmare, Rachel Zegler reappeared, visibly shaken, posting an emotional video on Instagram. I never meant to offend anyone. I was just trying to make something meaningful. But the damage was done. Disney, meanwhile, issued a carefully worded press release that didn't name Zegler but stated, "We are committed to inclusive storytelling while honoring the legacy of our classics." Translation: We messed up. Please don't boycott the next one.
As an equation to that. And I am so blessed to be the first Latina to play Maria on screen. It's an honor that is not lost on me, as Rita was the first to play Anita.
Bill Maher, after watching the fallout, joked, "If Snow White were poisoned in 2025, it wouldn't be an apple, it'd be a script." Ouch. The internet remains ablaze. From conservative pundits to progressive fans of the original, backlash has united corners of the internet, rarely on the same side. A tweet said, "Not every story needs a modern twist. Sometimes a classic is just a classic." Another post read, "They cast someone who hated Snow White, then wondered why it flopped." Genius.
And Rachel Zegler, being 23 or whatever she is, like so many kids raised on TikTok, she's all for infatada is the only global solution.
Popular YouTuber Critical Drinker posted a 25-minute takedown of the film, calling it a masterclass in missing the point. Even former Disney animators spoke up. One anonymous veteran told Variety, "We worked our whole lives to protect these stories. Now they're being rewritten by people who don't understand them." The story has grown from a film failure into a cultural flashpoint. And Bill Maher, he's just the messenger sounding the alarm before the next remake falls into the same trap. In the end, Snow White 2025 didn't just fall short. It detonated a conversation about storytelling, corporate overreach, and the fine line between progress and propaganda.
It's really quite wonderful to be a part of the Disney family, and obviously to join the league of so many wonderful live-action princesses, but also so many that have been depicted in animation as well.
The crime? The murder of a legacy. The suspect. A tangled web of corporate politics, misguided activism, and a heroine who didn't believe in her own fairy tale. But the real mystery? Who's going to clean up the mess? Now it's your turn to weigh in. Was this a much-needed modern update, or a tragic rewriting of history? Who do you think was really responsible for this cinematic crime scene? Rachel Zegler, the studio execs, or something deeper within Hollywood's culture war?
So the two stars hate each other. And then they couldn't put dwarfs because this is just so typical of the left.
Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're dying to hear what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more juicy breakdowns, celebrity drama, and all the Hollywood twists you never saw coming. See you in the next one.